So why is your wife making you go to church?
Oh, it's Easter. Apparently it's the biggest religious holiday. Of course, next to Christmas.
Easter, huh? Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the big deal anyway? I thought it was about spring, chocolate eggs, maybe Easter egg hunts.
I don't get it either. I mean, I know this Jesus guy died on Good Friday. Go figure. I mean, some Good Friday that was for him. Oh, and yellow. What's up with this yellow fashion statement my wife makes every time this year? I mean, don't women know that yellow doesn't turn us on?
Yeah, not like red, eh? That's what I'm talking about.
So these Christians say that this Jesus guy didn't even die. I just think it was all some sort of weird magic trick.
Yeah, so what does it matter anyways? I mean, how do we know that he just wasn't made up from some guys back in the day, you know what I mean?
Have you ever actually thought about it though? I mean, actually taken a moment to think about it? I mean, what if there is something to this Christian stuff?
Whoa, go a little deep there, aren't you, Ken?
No, not really. Just frustrated. I mean, you and I don't go to church, so why should we even care what might have happened 2,000 years ago? I mean, we could be golfing, fishing, you driving your Harley.
Driving the Harley.
I mean, it seems like a waste of a Sunday to me.
Real conversations, real questions. I mean, what does this event that supposedly happened 2,000 years ago have to do with your life and my life right now, today? I think everyone at some point has to wrestle with that question. And because it's a good question. It's a right question. It's a question we should be asking. In fact, there was a guy by the name of Paul who wrote a good chunk of the Bible. And at one point in one of his writings, he was writing to a group in a place called Corinth. And he was explaining about these same issues. He was talking about these same questions, dealing with these same tensions that people were trying to figure out, this whole resurrection thing. Okay, if it happened, what's the big deal? And what does it have to do with me? And in his defense and instruction around the resurrection, he says this in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 14. He's talking to them, he writes, "If Christ has not been raised from the dead, then all our preaching is useless, and your faith is useless." Christ has not been raised, then your preaching is useless and your faith is useless. One of the biggest problems in the church today? Useless preaching. What I mean by that, there's a lot of guys, like people like myself, who say a lot of stuff but don't really say anything sometimes. And then the result is a lot of people who profess a faith, but it really doesn't impact or change their life. And the reason is because we don't understand the power of this event called the resurrection. The resurrection. See, without an understanding of the significance of the resurrection of Jesus, you will never live in the power that the resurrection event offers you. It's pretty significant. You see, if this event, the resurrection of Jesus Christ, did not happen, then listen, we should all just go home. Watch football. Take a nap. Do both. Whatever you need to do. Because we're wasting your time, we're wasting a lot of resources, and most of us would be living a life of deception. If Jesus did not rise from the dead, then we are simply wasting your time. This is just a big joke. But listen, if this event did happen, how does it impact my life? I mean, does it make any difference to me today? Does it make any difference for you this morning? You see, I want to help you in the next few moments realize that what we believe and what we do is not useless simply because God accomplished something so amazingly useful. This event changes everything. And when you embrace the truth of the resurrection, it has the power to completely transform and change your life. Let's see what these guys have to say.